Vadd here in the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. We have learned that the Dark Dragon, all the way from the very first episode, Alduin, was thrown forward in time by the Nords of, I guess, the olden days, the Nords of the past, the Nords of history. It's come to our attention that if we could time travel backwards to those Nords, we could learn the shout they used on Alduin in an effort to defeat him. This was taught to us and told to us by Parthenax, a dragon who has been in hiding for thousands and thousands of years atop the throat of the world, the tallest mountain in all of Skyrim, who's been secretly guarding, leading, and empowering a cabal of graybeards. Ooh. Not only did they prank us, but in addition, they might actually be trying to bring back the dragon cult of yesteryear. In Skyrim, we may be the linchpin. We may actually be the most important person in all these lands. We don't say this arrogantly or with any pride, but the facts are, it is through our efforts, our hands, and those who have come alongside us. We have unified the Thieves Guild and set it up as a place of stability for the criminal element. We have unified the Assassin's Guild, which is again on stable ground, which means just as the lawless need to have some order, the law-abiding citizens have access to a little lawlessness. In addition, we are the Harbinger, the leader of the companions, the warrior, mercenary, fighting men of history. It is a legendary and time-honored position, just like Freya here, our current companion and follower. We are, in addition, the savior of the Skull people who saved the island of Solstheim. We have opened up a potential for, trade and prosperity between these two lands. We did our absolute best to solve the Civil War, but we got defeated by Bethesda, legendary entity in these lands, much spoken of, if never truly encountered. Except Maik the Liar, who's a little shady. I bet he works for those Bethesda goons. Listen, we've been offered a chance to go into the past. We have the tools and the supplies to potentially make this work. We have the Elder Scroll, and Parthenax over there is just waiting for us to step into this, but I'm concerned that as the Thane of Thanes, as the leader of leaders, we might be actually kind of doing a bad thing. Like, this might just kill us. And in doing so, it might actually just Skyrim kind of crumbles. The leadership of the Thieves Guild and the leadership of the Dark Brotherhood, right? The Assassin's Guild, the vampires, we kind of knock them down a peg and then, put them back together. We got the werewolves back into a place of peace and restlessness. Kodlak as the leader wasn't really confident and comfortable in the direction he had led the companions. There's a lot of things we've done that have really kind of stabilized things, and I even forgot to mention, we lead the mages of these lands. We are the headmaster and chief in charge of the Mages Guild. We have met with some seriously powerful mages who I think might also be time traveling. And we have secured the Mages Guild from outside influence. I think we're going to go into it because we don't have a choice, but my prediction is Parthenax is a bad guy and we're about to die. And Skyrim will fall apart. And in the Elder Scrolls 6, all of our efforts will be but a footnote in history. Okay, I really thought when we walked into the quest marker here, center screen, something would happen. But nothing happened. Maybe we actually need to read one of our Elder Scrolls. We have quite a few of these. Ignore the black books. I don't think they belong where they are. So, what do you think? Blood Dragon or Sun? We'll just do Dragon. Why not? Okay, close your eyes. It's an Elder Scroll. Oh, boy. Probably blew your face right off. Alright, we have successfully learned the Dragon Ren shout. Apparently.
Dar Sulthur se Alduin Ukri. Today Alduin's lordship will be restored. But I honor your courage. Krifwolf Akrin. Die now in vain.
Oh my goodness, that's Parthenox. Please, no. Oh my goodness. Take him down, take him down.
Know that Gormley sent you down to death. Hakon! A glorious day, is it not?
Have you no thought beyond the blooding of your blade?
What else is there?
The battle below goes ill. If Alduin does not rise to our challenge, I fear all may be lost.
Oh my goodness.
You worry too much, brother. Victory will be ours.
Why does Alduin hang back? We've staked everything on this plan of yours, old man.
He will come. He cannot ignore our defiance. And why should he fear us, even now?
We blooded him well. 4 of his kin have fallen to my blade alone this day.
But none have yet stood against Alduin himself. Balthor, Sori, Birker.
They did not have Dragonrend. Once we bring him down, I promise, I will have his head.
He is beyond our strength. Which is why I brought the Elder Scroll.
Oh my goodness.
Veldir, we agreed not to use it.
I never agreed. And if you are right,
No,
I'm not
we
needed.
will deal with Alduin ourselves. Here and now.
We shall see soon enough. Alduin approaches.
So be it.
Me, Tarudis, Ani, Him Hind Paliv, Zuu Hindan.
Yeah.
Let
What the?
those
What?
that watch from Sovngarde envy us this day.
Are we dead? Are we watching from Sovngarde? So they hit him with the Dragon Rend, and I think it knocked him out of the air.
What have you done? What twisted words have you created? Tarudis Parthenox, my teeth to his neck. But first, dear Kumar, you will die in terror, knowing your final fate. To feed my power, I come for you in Sovngarde.
Oh my goodness, no.
If I die today, it will not be in terror. You feel it for the first time, Worm. I see it in your eye. Skyrim will be free!
Oh no! Avenger! Avenger!
It's no use. Use the scroll, Veldir. Now.
Hold Alduin on the wing. Sister Hawk, grant us your sacred breath to make this contract heard. Begone, World Eater. By words with older bones than your own, we break your perch on this age and send you out. You are banished. We count you out from all our endings unto the last.
No way.
You
So this was
are
the
banished.
end of the Dragon Priest, right? As the leader of the dragons fell apart, so did the Dragon Priest Order and the enslavement of
The
mankind.
World Eater is gone. May the spirits have mercy on our souls.
But they threw the problem forward in time to the age we live in now. How brave are those heroes of legend to
Looking.
Alduin's here again, no way. How brave are those heroes of old to Let me make sure we equip the right one here. What was the name of it? Oh no. Mark for death? No. Dragon aspect, Dragon Rend? There it is. So Dragon Rend is the one we learned. This here's of old to...
My belly is full of the souls of your fellow Dovahkiin.
Work?
Die now and await your fate in Sodom.
No, Alduin. Today's the day you die.
You are too late, Alduin. Sulaki Ulak.
Boom. You fool!
Power has waxed, while yours has waned.
Oh, no, you don't. We have a very serious amount of magic resistance, and he almost absolutely deleted us. Alright, we need to get him out on the ground again, so we can blast him. Come on, Alduin.
He is too strong on the wing. Bring him to gold with Dragon Rend. You are no
Got him. There we go. Come and land, big boy. I don't think this is going to be the final fight, but it's our best shot at probably taking him down. As apparently Parthenax is fighting with us. Can you imagine this? This is exactly where, all those years ago, Alduin was fighting. Should we end it here?
Please, Dovahkiin. You have become strong. But I am Alduin, firstborn of Akatosh, Malagi Zoklat. I cannot be slain here by you or anyone else.
Seriously?
You cannot prevail against me. I will outlast you, mortal.
That's crazy. You cannot outlast me. Doesn't matter if we defeat him or not. He's protected as he's the firstborn dragon. Interesting. Okay, that's got some deep lore implications. We will talk to, I guess, Parthenax because he's here. Why not? Parthenax, man, we kicked his butt, but he just flew away and was like, "You will die and I won't. I'm immortal like that." It feels terrible. Hey, come back. Get back here. Oh my goodness. Parthenax.
Lot Kongrach, you truly have the voice of a Dova. Alduin's allies will think twice after this victory.
Yeah, but he escaped. It's not really a victory.
Ni livrach hin moro. True, this is not the final Krongra victory, but not even the heroes of old were able to defeat Alduin in open battle.
I don't trust these dragons.
Alduin always was Pachlok, arrogant in his power. Uznagar Par. He took domination as his birthright. This should shake the loyalty of the Dove who serve him.
Where did Alduin go and why shouldn't we kill you right now? As you have enslaved humanity for generations.
Yes, one of his allies could tell us. Matmahus. But it will not be so easy to convince one of them to betray him.
It's a giant dragon. Where's he hiding?
Kasayun, the palace in Whiterun, Dragon's Reach. It was originally built to house a captive Dova.
Really?
A fine place to trap one of Alduin's allies,
I guess we need to talk to the Earl of Whiterun.
Yes, but your Soom is strong. I do not doubt that you can convince him of the need.
Our Zoom is strong. Tell me about Dragon's Reach being built to hold a dragon.
Yes. This was ages ago, you understand. There were more of us then. Before the Bruniki, the Akaviri came and killed all my Zema. I used to visit him from time to time, nearly crazed by loneliness and captivity. Tiraz Sivaz. He did not even remember his own name. I do not know how he came to be caught, but the Bronyun, the Jarl, was very proud of his pet, Pak. The Hofkossayun has been known as Dragon's Reach ever since.
Why didn't you help me with the fight versus Alduin? Like, you were just waiting to see who would win so you could side with the victor, huh? Anyone else come here to train with you and the Greybeards?
I have taught the way of the voice for centuries, and the Thum since long before that. But no, Dovahkiin. Others do not come here to train anymore. Saran, you are the first in over 100 years. I meditate on the Rotmulag, the words of power. I counsel in their use. It is enough for me.
What does that mean?
Knowing a word of power is to take its meaning into yourself. Contemplate the meaning of a Rotmulag. You will become closer to that word as it fills your inner self. Will I teach you, Dovahkiin? What word calls you to deeper understanding? There are 3 to master. Fus, Faim, and Yol.
What? Okay, so he wants to like give us like a big juicy shout. We'll just take Foos. I mean, that's fine. I feel like he's trying to bribe us, trying to like butter us up for not helping in the fight, right? I really think he was just waiting to see like if Alduin beat us, he'd probably be like, "Oh, Alduin, you're back finally. How can I help?" But like since we beat him, he's like, here, have a reward."
It is called force in your tongue. But as you push the world, so does the world push back. Think of the way force may be applied effortlessly. Imagine but a whisper pushing aside all in its path. That is Fus. Let its meaning fill you. Sum Ark Mora. You will push the world harder than it pushes back.
Okay.
Look, Thum.
Yeah, is there any reason we don't kill you right now, though? Are you not Are you an essential NPC? He's apparently very essential.
Drem Yolok.
He's got no health bar and he's just like, whatever. Alright. You weirdo. This is weird. This is super weird. Like, there's not been a single dragon that hasn't attacked us completely on sight. I don't like this Parthenax guy. There's something off. You just wait. Every time I have like a strong thought on something like that, I like pull up the message boards and find out I am once again the outlier. Parthenax is like some fan favorite beloved. Why didn't he like, I don't know, do the right thing? Whatever. Whatever, man. And let's not tell him about the axe we keep in our butt pocket, okay?
May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
Hi, Jarl. We're intending to trap a dragon in your palace.
I must have misheard you. I thought you asked me to help you trap a dragon in my palace.
That is correct.
Of course. You already saved Whiterun from that dragon. I owe you a great deal. But I don't understand. Why let a dragon into the heart of my city when we've been working so hard to keep them out?
Well, we've been treating the dragons like they are just, you know, like a passing storm that have kind of come through. We kill a few and see if we can survive. But the truth is, Alduin is returned. Might not be a name you're familiar with if you're not a historian. Basically, they're here to enslave us and run their world again. Okay? And they're also like betraying the dragon god of time by not, you know, starting the rebirth cycle. It's kind of a big deal, okay?
Alduin, the World Eater himself. But how can we fight him? Doesn't his return mean it's the end times?
I have to tell you, Jarl, as the Dragonborn, we were quite literally fated and destined for this confrontation.
I don't know about such things, but I heard the Greybeard summon you. That's good enough for me. Now what's this nonsense about trapping a dragon in my palace?
Well, we're trying to find Alduin, but he's just waiting for us to die because we're mortal like that. So he can then take over because we're the only like real threat to him. So we need to, like, I don't know, trick one of his lieutenants into getting in a trap and interrogate them. I don't know, it's half a plan.
I want to help you, Dragonborn. And I will. But I need your help first. Ulfric and General Tullius are both just waiting for me to make a wrong move. Do you think they will sit idle while the dragon is slaughtering my men and burning my city? No. I can't risk weakening the city while we are under the threat of enemy attack. I'm sorry.
Okay, what do you want?
Then I would be glad to help you with your mad dragon trapping scheme, but getting both sides to agree to a truce will be difficult at this point. The bitterness has gone too deep. Maybe. What of the Greybeards? They are respected by all Nords. High Hrothgar is neutral territory. If the Greybeards were willing to host a peace council, then maybe Ulfric and Tullius would have to listen.
I hate this idea.
Aye, Dragonborn. Maybe you can stop the dragons, and this war into the bargain. My men will be ready when you are, Dragonborn. You have a truce to arrange.
Oh my goodness. Totally hate this.
Now, if you don't mind, I've got a city to keep.
So you might remember behind him on the Great Porch of Dragon's Reach is this giant yoke. I'm assuming this is where we're going to trap him, right? Makes sense to me. I'm really not happy about this whole peace talk thing. To be clear here, it does make sense. If we had completed the Civil War questline, this whole peace talk thing would not exist. It is only because the questline is pending, apparently, that we are being requested. Not really, we're kind of being blackmailed, if anything. Was he outside? Oh my goodness, was he outside? No. I thought I heard someone out there, but I was like blinking slow, so I wasn't really looking. Just kind of missed it. Where is this old boy? Is he outside? Okay, he's in the backyard. He's in the backyard, right? Is he moving? How is this even possible? It says he's right here. Interesting. Well, he's not right. He's in the wall? What is going on? Gotcha.
Alduin, we heard the Dragonren shout from here. You defeated him?
No. Things are complicated.
I feared as much. I thought it was him we saw flying east after your battle.
So you knew he flew away? And you want to know if I defeated him? Man, these Greybeards are little thick. We need help, apparently.
We are not warriors. What is overlooked in the Dragonborn is not permitted to any other followers of the Way of the Voice.
It's nothing with the... You might not know, but there's a civil war going on It's actually kind of... What are they doing up there in their little tower? It's actually kind of a big deal, and people want to use your little fortress for chit-chat.
You misunderstand our authority. The Greybeards have never involved themselves in political affairs.
No, you misunderstand everything, our
I
Mirger.
see. The dragon will lead you to Alduin, but without the Jarl's help. Paarthurnax has made the decision to help you. This is the road we have to walk. Even
How do you know that?
the Greybeards must bend to the winds of change, it seems. So be it. Tell Ulfric and General Tullius that the Greybeards wish to speak to them.
There's
We will
no
see
way
if
they're
they
going to
still
show up.
Remember us. Deliver the message to the warring parties. If they will listen, I will do one.
Yeah, it makes absolutely no sense that they would legitimately stop the whole war thing just to deal with the dragon thing. Or to, like, they themselves show up and come to High Hrothgar. It's, like, incredibly out of the way. There's actually not a more out of the way location they could go to. And I really hope Ulfric, like, does the right thing here. It's really hard to get this guy to, like, show up on time or talk. Yeah, I was kind of hoping he's going to be here now. Did we get him? Okay, there we go. Hey, message from the Greybeards.
About time they turned their gaze from the heavens back to our bleeding homeland.
The Dragon Menace is a big deal. We're here to negotiate a
I have
truce.
the greatest respect for the Greybeards, of course. But the political situation is still delicate.
Not my problem.
I can't afford to appear weak. I can't agree to this unless Tullius...
Yeah, General
himself-
Tullius is going to be there.
Alduin. Even Tullius may be forced to talk sense in the face of...
So you're coming, right?
Yes. I'll give Tullius one more chance to quit Skyrim with his tail between
Stormcloaks are
his
finding
legs.
victory across the
Okay.
land.
Perfect. So Ulfric's going to be there. We'll run over to Tullius. Man, I'm so glad we decided to allow fast traveling in this series. I got to tell you, like, these are, like, the furthest possible corners on the map. Like, these are not even, like, kind of near each other. They are, like, the 3 furthest possible points these things could be. Yeah, it is a little wild the Emperor got murdered, like, right down, just over the hill from here, right in the water, right? But the war still goes on. You would think that that would have swung the advantage in the Imperials' favor, as they are... They just lost an Emperor again, you know? I guess they also lost the Emperor's, like, phony dude, too. Hey, Pops.
I get enough delays from politicians.
You don't say. Greybeards want to talk.
Greybeards. What do those old hermits want with me?
It's a peace council thing.
Why, there's nothing to discuss as long as that traitor Ulfric is in arms against his rightful emperor.
Yeah, the Emperor's dead, Tullius. The Dragon Menace is a bigger threat.
They are getting to be a problem. But I wasn't sent to Skyrim to fight dragons.
Well, you're going to end up a
My
slave
job
to
is
dragons
quell
if you
this
don't
rebellion,
join us.
And I intend to do just that. Dragons or no dragons.
You gotta understand, the dragons are the problem here. The Stormcloaks are you know, your so-called rebellion is a non-issue practically.
You may have a point. It's getting difficult to even move troops around without attracting a dragon attack.
It only gets worse, man.
By all accounts, the Stormcloaks are suffering just as badly. Even Ulfric might see the sense of a truce under these conditions.
So you'll be at the Peace Council?
Yes, fine. I'll come to this Greybeard
I'm
Council.
telling you.
I gotta tell you, I said from the start that we're gonna
That's not what my
side with
scouts
the
report,
Nords,
sir.
but it's hard not to side with the Empire.
Greybeards have called a peace council
Like,
at High
they...
Can you believe it? Both
Need
Ulfric
something?
Stormcloak and General Tullius.
I believe it. It's hard not to side with the Empire. It just is. You might not have noticed, but at the very beginning in... What was it called? Not Riverwood. In Helgen, when we were getting assassinated, you can actually see when the cart rolls in, General Tullius standing there with the Old Mary Dominion guys, like taking orders from them. Kill these guys? Yeah, kill these guys. Okay. You know, They're right there. You can actually follow them back to, I believe, Solitude. Like, if we don't side with the... If we don't side with the Nords and go to River Run, we can actually follow them back to the Solitude, catch up to them and stuff.
So, you've done it. The men of violence are gathered here, in these halls whose very stones are dedicated to peace.
Is that what they're dedicated to?
This council. The Greybeards have no business involving ourselves in such matters.
Yeah, it's not about you.
Yes, but regrets are pointless. Here we are.
Here we are.
Take your seat at the council table, and let us see what wisdom we can find among
Okay,
these
what council table? Check this out. Delphine is here, as is Esbern. I don't think they should be here at all. They were not invited. I think they should really not be here.
So, Arngeir, is it?
Oh,
you know why we're here. Are you going to let us in or not?
You're not invited here. You're not welcome here.
Pull them up.
We have as much right to be at this council as all of you. More, actually, since we were the ones that put the Dragonborn on this path.
Were you? The hubris of the Blades truly knows no bounds.
Delphine, we're not here to rehearse old grudges. The matter at hand is urgent. Alduin must be stopped. You wouldn't have called this council if you didn't agree. We know a great deal about the situation and the threat that Alduin poses to us all. You need us here if you want this council to succeed.
No, we don't.
Very well. You may enter.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. The Blade people should not be here at all. Like 1000% should not be here. I do not know where we're going. Oh, check this out. They've got a round table. Look who's here. Elwyn, the emissary, right? We've got Jarl Polgriff. We have the current high leader of Skyrim, Elsifis, who's whoever was killed. We've got a legate, and General Tullius is here. And on the Stormcloak side, there is Jarl Ulfric and Stonefist. I mean, that's it. And for absolutely no good reason, and it makes zero sense, the Blades have showed up. It is quite the gathering of folks here. I think this is not quite the right group, but maybe these are the powers that be other than the Blades, who are you know, a bunch of hobos.
Now that everyone is here, please take your seats so we can begin.
Okay, this is kind of cool. I'm kind of happy we didn't finish the Civil War. I had no idea this was even a thing.
That we have all come here in the spirit
you insult us by bringing her to this negotiation.
Which her is her?
Your chief Talos hunter?
That didn't take long.
Diplomat.
Here.
I have every right to be at this negotiation. I need to ensure that nothing is agreed to here that violates the terms of the White
Mental
Rose
note, kill her later.
Compact.
She's part of the Imperial delegation. You can't dictate who I bring to this council.
Please, if we have to negotiate the terms of the negotiation, we will never get anywhere. Perhaps this would be a good time to get the Dragonborn's input on this matter.
By Ysmir's beard, the nerve to think that we would sit down with that foul-more bitch. I say she walks or we walk.
You understand Tullius doesn't want her here either, right?
Maybe so, but bringing her here is a deliberate provocation. We need to show Tullius we won't be pushed around.
I think you've shown that plenty enough. We will take back the ground later.
It feels like a mistake to me, but I'll bow to your judgment on this. But she is to observe, nothing more. We are not negotiating with her. Is that clear?
Ulfric, why so hostile? After all, it's not the Thalmor that's burning your farms and
Yes, it
killing
is,
your
stupid.
sons.
She's supposed to be on our
You
side?
know exactly. No, not this time.
Now that that's settled, may we proceed?
No, she's on her side, stupid.
Here we go.
I just want to make clear that the only reason I agreed to attend this council was to deal with the Dragon Menace. I have no authority to negotiate a permanent settlement, unless Ulfric is ready to sue for peace and turn himself over to Imperial justice.
Won't happen.
Master Arngir,
We're
are
here
you
to
going
arrange
just
a
let him
temporary
continue
truce to allow the Dragonborn here to deal with the dragons. Nothing more. We consider even sitting down to talk with these rebels more than generous.
Enough posturing, Tullius. If you
I actually don't think he's posturing. He's just being very,
Fine. Let's
very,
get this over with.
Are we ready to
straightforward.
proceed? General Tullius, Jarl Ulfric, this council is unprecedented. We are gathered here at the Dragonborn's request. I ask that you all respect the spirit of High Hrothgar, and do your best to begin the process of achieving a lasting peace in Skyrim. Who would like to open the negotiations?
Our terms are simple. Riften must be returned to Imperial control. That's our price for agreeing to a truce.
By Talos, the stone's on this one. You're in no position to dictate terms to us, Tullius.
That's quite an opening demand, Tullius.
Ulfric, you can't be taking this demand seriously. We can hold Riften against anything the Empire can throw at it. Besides, Jarl Layla will never agree to...
Whatever I decide is in the best interests of Skyrim. Are we clear?
Yes, my lord.
Come on, Tullius. You can't seriously expect us to just hand over Riften at the negotiating table. You haven't been able to take it back yet. Why should we give it up now?
I am sure General Tullius does not expect something for nothing.
Of course not. What will you offer for Riften, Tullius? Some empty promises? Maybe some more Imperial bluster?
Enough, Galmar.
Jarl Ulfric, what would you want in return?
Good question.
First, let me be clear. The Sons of Skyrim know from bitter experience that talking to the Empire is a waste of time. Or worse, Imperial promises are simply a way to lull you while they prepare a dagger for your back.
Aye, we haven't forgotten Markarth, Tullius.
But I accept the Dragonborn's invitation to this council, and I at least will negotiate in good faith. The council was your idea, huh? So tell us, what do you think Riften is worth?
You think Morthal? I think Riften's more valuable than any of them. How about the entire Reach?
Yes. With Markarth in our hands, we'll be able to raid the Imperial supply lines out of Solitude.
No, I mean, Riften's more valuable.
We get Riften back. Now we'll see if there's anything behind your fine words.
Think hard about your loyalties, brother. I expected better from you.
I'm confused.
I know how this works, Tullius. I've learned the value of Imperial promises the hard way. Never again. Skyrim will never again bow to your false empire. Let's go, Galmar. I should have listened to you in the first place.
You always were a fool, Ulfric. You're no better at diplomacy than you are in the battlefield.
Stop! Are you so blind to our danger that you can't see past your petty disagreements? Here you sit arguing about nothing, while the fate of the land hangs in the balance.
Is he with you, Delphine? If so, I advise you to tell him to watch his tongue.
He is with me. And I advise you both to listen to what he has to say before you do anything rash.
Don't you
I'm getting
understand
so
the danger?
confused.
Don't you understand what the return of the dragons means? Alduin has returned, the World Eater. Even now he devours the souls of your fallen comrades. He grows more powerful with every soldier slain in your pointless war. Can you not put aside your hatred for even one moment in the face of this mortal danger?
A very
Yeah.
clear speech. But what does
Shut
it have
up.
to do with the...
If he's right about Alduin, we both have just as much to lose here, Tullius. Remember that. Now, back to the matter at hand. You know as well as I do that we can't hand over Riften on these terms.
I'm sure you have something in mind.
Damn right we do.
You surrender Falkreath to us. Sidgeir steps down, and Dengir of Stun resumes the Jarlship.
Where do these demands stop, Ulfric? Do you expect me to surrender all of Skyrim?
It seems I have no choice but to let the Dragonborn decide. Although I'm starting to doubt your fairness. What say you, Dragonborn?
Yeah, the Empire turns over Falkreath.
Spoken like a true son of Skyrim. I suppose that's the fairest deal we're likely to get.
It seems we may have an agreement. Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, these are the terms currently on the table. Riften will be handed over to Imperial control. Jarl Layla Lawgiver will step down, and Maven Blackbriar will become the Jarl of Riften. The Empire will withdraw its troops from the Reach, allowing Ulfric's forces unhindered access to Markarth. Jarl Igmund will go into exile, with Thongvor Silverblood taking his place as Jarl of Markarth. Falkreath will be turned over to Ulfric, and Dengir of Stoon will return as Jarl. You both agree to this?
The Sons of Skyrim will live up to their agreements, as long as the Imperials hold to theirs. What about you, Elisif? Are these terms to your liking? Speak up! I'm sure General Tullius is waiting to do your bidding.
I have nothing to say to that murderer. General, you've proven yourself a good friend to Skyrim. I continue to trust that you will do your utmost to safeguard our interests.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. I appreciate your loyalty. The Empire can live with these terms, yes, for a temporary truce, until the dragon menace is dealt with. After that, Ulfric, there will be a reckoning. Count on it.
Now that the Empire has been driven from the Reach, we can put a stop to the raping of our silver mines. That silver belongs in Skyrim. Come on, Dalmar. We have a lot of work to do.
This is quite an achievement, Dragonborn. And General Tullius. Riften is ours.
Jarl Balgruuf, I assume you are familiar with the Dragonborn's plan?
Yes, I'm ready to do my part. Just say the word, and my men will help you spring this trap.
But the difficulty remains how to lure a dragon to Dragon's Reach at all.
I've got no idea.
Well, that's an excellent question. You haven't overlooked that little detail, have you?
I believe I can be of help here. I anticipated the problem. While you were arranging this meeting, I was busy in the library of Skyhaven Temp, and this trove of lost lore. But the important thing is that the blades recorded many of the names of dragons they slew. Cross-referencing this with Delphine's map of dragon burial sites, I believe I've identified one of the dragons that Alduin has raised up.
And?
Don't you see? The names of dragons are always 3 words of power, shouts. By calling the dragon with a voice, he will hear you wherever he might be.
Okay. I mean, that's not bad.
He's not compelled to, but dragons are prideful by nature and loath to refuse a challenge. Your voice in particular is likely to intrigue this dragon after your victory over Alduin. I think it's very likely that he will be unable to resist investigating your call.
Who do you suggest I give a shout to?
Indeed. I'm no master of the voice, like these worthy gentlemen, but it is written here in this scroll. Oda Ving, winged snow hunter, as I read it.
I hope this truce gives you what you need. It won't last. There's one more thing. We know about Paarthurnax.
You know what?
Paarthurnax. The dragon that the Greybeards have been protecting for all these years. He needs to die. He deserves to die. And it falls to you to kill him. Until he's dead. Well, I'm sorry, but we would dishonor our oaths as blades if we continued to help you.
No, that's not true. The truth is, you actually are supposed to be beholden to my will.
If they had their way, you do nothing but sit up on their mountain with them and talk to the sky or whatever it is they do. The Greybeards are so afraid of power that they won't use it. Think about it. Have they tried to stop the Civil War or done anything about Alduin? No. And they're afraid of you, of your power. Trust me, there is no need to be afraid. Think of Tiber Septim. Do you think he'd have founded the Empire if he'd listened to the Greybeards?
Interesting.
Have you decided to do the right thing, Dragonborn?
We can just say Parthenax is dead? I don't think that's true.
I knew we could count on you. Glad to have you back on our side.
I don't think Parthenax is dead. We just lied.
Do you need something?
Is Parthenax dead?
This is how you repay our trust. Parthenax's trust is
Well, don't tell
The
Delphine.
wisdom of ages, his deep understanding of our existence, all gone? And for what? A mindless vendetta urged on you by a cabal of Akaviri barbarians.
No. I don't think he's dead. Last time we saw him, he was just hanging out. We tried to blow him up, but he was incredibly resilient. I don't think we can fast travel further up the mountain. Question mark? I think this is just right to the front. Where did this just put us? Are we on top or are we still coming up the mountain? Not sure. Yeah, Parthenax was here. Fine. His health bar was going up. I mean, we tried to blast him. No bones, no body, no crime. I mean, there's no skeleton. Is he actually gone? I'm like super confused by this outcome. Because when we blew him up, he was still hanging out there. We did not get a dragon soul as he was alive. And I thought we just like persuaded them. Like we got him with a little tricky trick. I'm going to see if we can kind of Skyrim hop our way up to the top and secure the... Is there actually nothing up here? Is there a way to see if Parthenax is dead? Huh. Who left their pickaxe up here? Oh my goodness. Someone came up here to like get some juicy loot and left a pickaxe, some ebony ore veins. Ooh, that's actually super rare. Malachite, whatever. Well, we're here at the throat of the world, and we did not kill Parthenax, but I mean, we hit him a few times, but he just took it. I don't know, that was weird. The Greybeards do seem awfully upset by this series of events. I guess we need to get back to prepare the trap. Okay, there we go. After we defeated Alduin on the top of the throat of the world, he fled. One of his dragon allies may be able to tell me where he's gone. The Jarl Whiterun has agreed to help me trap a dragon. I've learned to shout, which is the name of his ally. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll just, we'll go for it. Yeah, why not? I like, kind of an odd series of events. As last we saw Parthenax, he was alive. I don't know how the Blades came to know of him. I don't know why the Blades showed up at all to that council. And in addition,
the Stormcloaks and Imperials.
it made Ulfric seem really unreasonable. They might have very good reason to hate the Stormcloaks, but Gerontolius was like, look, here's what I've got, and this is it. And Ulfric's like, you dog. He's just too busy like insulting him instead of like doing the right thing, right? Ulfric looked like an incredibly weak leader in that position. Let's see if we can capture a dragon.
We're ready, Dragonborn. Just say the word.
Did you know Dragon's Reach here was built to hold a dragon?
According to legend. Although I never thought to put the tale to the test.
Okay.
Jarl Olaf One-Eye it was, who later became High King. They say he shouted it
No
into submission in
way.
single combat atop Mount Anthor and brought it back to Whiterun.
All comes back to Olaf and the
What's
dragon's
dragon's name? That's his skull decorating the main hall.
Wow.
As
All right, here we go.
promised, my men stand ready. The great chains are oiled. We wait on your word.
The great chains are oiled. Let's go trap a dragon.
My men know what to do. Make sure you do your part. I'm putting my city in your hands.
All right, we are going to go and call Odahviing to... What are you doing here,
Father says I'm too
Frothar?
young to train with the sword, so I practice with my fists.
We're going to go capture a dragon. It's going to be epic. You want to watch?
Father says I'm too young to train.
The answer is yes. He does want to watch. Like a kid like that in the palace.
Plan for luring a
You
dragon
have
here.
to...
Yeah.
You have to know that... Like, he's been watching them oil the chains, right? Okay. Is it not in... It'd be really funny if I summoned Durnveer. He's like, what am I doing here? Okay, I'm not... Call dragon. Oh, there it is. Equipped it. Well, we're calling a dragon.
We're ready when you are.
Oh yeah, that's gonna work. That was very effective.
You do have a plan for luring a dragon here.
Defeat and trap. Yeah, we have to be actually kind of careful not to kill him. We are incredibly dangerous. How do we do this? Where is our... We don't want to, like, delete this dragon. All right.
Hear that?
Here we go. Here we go. Oh, no, you don't. We should have dragon rended him. Look, he just picked up this guard and just absolutely just tossed him.
Here he comes.
Come on back, big boy.
Steady now. Keep under shot until it's-
Alright, we forced him to land. He's not gonna land anywhere convenient, huh? We did, we forced him to land.
Overkeen,
Boom.
here I am.
And here you die.
Where did you come from?
Now wait until it's inside.
Freya, get back here, woman. Freya. Oh, he's after me. Run! I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
By the Omega!
Just like that. Does that actually work? Oh, it does. Look at that. I don't think this should have worked so well, but it did. No, you're calling a dumb dragon in a trap. Stupid.
You went to a great deal of trouble to Kinsir Alduin, No doubt you want to know where to find Alduin.
Yep.
Vaza, an apt phrase. Alduin Boval. One reason I came to your call was to test your Thuum for myself.
Arrogance.
Many of us have begun to question Alduin's lordship, whether his Thuum was truly the strongest.
Weird.
Among ourselves, of course. Muni Mae, none were yet ready to openly defy him.
So, where's Alduin?
Once Lord Croesus, innumerable pardons, I digress.
Incredibly polite.
He has traveled to Sovngarde to regain his strength, devouring the Silesure, the souls of the mortal dead.
Are you kidding
a
me?
privilege he jealously guards. His door to Sovngarde is at Skuldafn, one of his ancient fanes high in the eastern mountains. Mindoran pa ok midoven avarantil. I surely do not need to warn you that all his remaining strength is marshaled there. Zuulost ofan hinlan. Now that I have answered your question,
You will allow me to go free?
No. Do you promise to serve me?
Serve you? No. Need id. If and when you defeat Alduin, I will reconsider. Croesus. There is one detail about Skuldafn I neglected to mention.
Which is what?
Only this. You have the Thuum of a Dova, but without the wings of one, you will never set foot in Skuldafn.
Makes sense.
Of course, I could fly you there, but not while imprisoned like this.
Interesting. So, on one hand, we have to remember that we shouted him down with quite literally the power of our voice.
Incredible.
And that is how...
Sir, you have no idea how long I have
oh my
waited
gosh,
for such an
Farangol.
opportunity.
No
I would
way.
be most appreciative if you would permit me to perform some,
He's a prisoner,
tests
Farangol. Do
on
what you want. He has no
purely
rights.
interests of the
Scumbag
event.
dragon.
Be gone, mage. Do not test my promise to the Dovahkiin.
I assure you, you will not even notice me. Most of them are hardly painful at all to a large dragon such as yourself.
Oh my goodness.
Very bad idea. Even for you.
Hope he cooks him. I hope he cooks him. He can still breathe fire. Here's the thing. The dragons were on top, right? Like they were like super strong, super powerful, whatever. For years and years on end. What is he doing? Oh boy! Farandar, stop that. Yeah, enough fooling around, Farandar. Oh my goodness. The dragons were on top for quite literally, you know, ages unending, right? And then all of a sudden their leader just disappeared and their whole supremacy fell apart, right? Like it is, we gotta get a painter in here, get a painting of this. It is quite suspicious how Alduin just kind of like abandoned them and then came back, right? It does make you wonder about, I was gonna say everything, but that's like a little dramatic, right? But it does make you wonder about where did he go? Why is he back now? If you were one of the dragons, right? And even as he's like calling you back, he's still like greedily like going to Sovngarde. You got to remember, Sovngarde is where it's where you go when you die if you haven't pledged your soul to anyone, which we might have done a few times, which means Alduin as a proper villain shows up in, you know, this heaven, so to speak, and is permadeathing people. He's like such a bad guy. Like, what a villain. What an absolute villain. Like, these Norns who were enslaved to him in life then die and he comes and devours them in death. I mean, that is absolutely just a tragedy. Just tragic. And I don't trust this dragon at all. He's like, by the way, I can take you there, but I've got to fly you. Stupid. Now, we did show off our Thuum, right? We shouted him right to the ground. We completely grounded him and took away his ability to fly, which probably actually terrifies this dragon. This is an ancient being of incredible power, and we took away his power on a level that he could not compete with. He couldn't stop us. We forced him to leave the air where he is king and forced him to land, and then we chained him up, right? Like he's been yoked. You gotta believe there's some magic in this little like contraption that's really keeping him here, but ultimately he might actually be interested. To the dragons, we might look like the humans, but having the Dovahkiin, having that soul of a dragon in us, we might actually be on more equal footing with them than we are a dragon in their society, right? If we have the power of the Thuum, that is what they respect. So even though we look like, you know, the other peoples, we with the soul of the dragon, we might actually be in a position where he's not going to betray us the way I think he is. He's more interested in not losing his leader a second time over, right? Figuring out his place in the world, because the dragons have been in hiding or dead for thousands of years while Alduin has disappeared. You know, it's kind of a tough spot all around. So it'll be interesting to see if he betrays us or not.